Hang on, I'll be right back.
What do you think he could be going to look up? Let's welcome Faris to the show.
Hey, welcome. Yes, the man behind the man. Jeffrey, you have to work with him closely on a show like this. It must be difficult. I mean, we just started the show and he left to check on his face. So that type of professionalism, as it extends to post-production, I assume it's nearly impossible getting anything done with this guy.
Yeah, he did leave. This is a lot of how it goes. I'll send him a message on Slack. I'll ask him, hey, Geoff, how's the assembly cut going? It's 2 a.m. I need to start.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's in Ohio, so it's 5 a.m. for him.
Yeah, he's still I know he's still awake, though. He signs out every time I message him on Slack, so it's like
so he's up. Yeah,
it's this sort of, it was fun at first. It was like this fun game of tag we played, but
yeah.
I'm like really falling behind on my work,
and I'm using a lot of engineer lingo because Mike and Faris, obviously two of Headgum's star engineers, that's what I call them, star engineers. Fuck,
I like that.
Really?
It will grow on me, I can tell.
It will piss me off less and less as time goes on.
Precisely.
It's gonna change. Let's get it started. Let's get it started and
Turn down the gain on your mic a little bit, I think.
Oh, look, Faris is here.
He did the Monshi mash.
The Monshi mash.
The Monshi
It was a graveyard monch. Faris, you're making your return to the show. I've been trying to get you on the show for like a few weeks, and the schedules haven't lined up, and now here you are on one of the most important episodes ever.
Yes, sir. Good to be back. God, I do not envy Grace on the on the mix on this one.
Sorry,
Jesus Christ. No.
April in Faris. I didn't do like a remix. I just wanted to start it off with that again. Here we go.
Yeah, we need it.
Starting the show with the energy of we don't know what's going to happen next. Faris.
I agree.
Really?
I would agree with that. I don't know what's going to happen right now.
Thank you.
No one's ever said that on this show.
That's really good.
Shit.
Usually it's pretty straightforward, yeah.
That's
worse.
what the Headgum
Worse
Podcast
because I
is.
expected it's real-time reactions. You don't have time to think. Or even time to kind of put your phone down and like rub your eyes like, God damn it.
Or even ignore, frankly. It's a lot tougher to ignore, too.
Actually, every time Pyle's on the show, he just kind of glares at me. So I think ignore is an option.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not ideal.
Yeah, but now it's an option.
But we can.
My first true experience with that sound clip.
It's how long he's been out
the amount
game.
of times I've heard that thing. Unless he had like the foresight to like sit a good 10, 15 feet away from his microphone at the same time. Wait, Captain, say something.
Say what?
Dude, he is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think.
Okay.
April in Faris.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now he's in.
I want to be flattered, but at the same time, the lyrics are sort of upsetting, right? Like, I don't even want to look into that too much.
Do you want me to speak the lyrics? And then we'll kind of...
I think that's worse, right? Because like then you're just saying April in Faris. And then I'm like...
That one's pretty good.
That's gonna obviously get our video taken down.
That one I might keep.
That one's good.
Anyway, sorry.
What you're doing is not good for the show. You were just talking about wanting to build
get more listeners,
bring in more listeners. The last like few seconds I don't agree with. However,
it didn't resonate with you.
No,
I mean, what was it?
Bring back the
possibly
fart. That's
racist
what I
German diatribe. Please welcome to the show, Faris Monshi.
Hello. Happy to be here.
Faris, have you seen Hamilton? Sorry, Faris, have you seen Hamilton?
No, I hear it's great.
Introduce Faris, like give him context so the audience knows who
You
Faris
also
is. And why he's
you
here.
got short with Faris. Instantly. He was saying hello and you like got a little, you looked like you were frustrated with him and you interrupted. You said, sorry, have you seen Hamilton?
We're all on the same team.
No, we're not.
We're all on the same team.
No, we're not.
Right.
This is Faris Monshi, producer of the show, engineer of the show, engineer of the network, friend of the network, CEO, I think. Right?
No, not CEO.
Close. It's
Everything
pretty
else is
close.
true.
That's coming together. Yeah.
CMO, Chief Monshi Officer.
Nice.
I'll take it.
What's the vibe of this podcast? What is like, where are we supposed to be emotionally?
Oh, George, how you feel right now, it's going to continue and intensify.
Got it. Okay. So we're supposed to be experiencing an ambient awkwardness.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Let's start with Faris Monshi.
The most boring superhero ever. I think it would be someone who can suck the sound out of a room. Like you walk into an event, like a black tie event, and people are schmoozing and enjoying some cocktails, and you just walk in and just go.
It becomes a vacuum.
Yeah, and it's sort of like the game, Kirby, the chubby little pink ball.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. He kind of just goes.
So he absorbs all of the sound into his throat.
That's cool.
How
Where does
did
it
he get that
go?
ability?
Can he release it?
That's a really good question, Brother Riley. And I think this would make him too interesting, but I was going to say he can then regurgitate all of that sound just all at once as just a force
Like a
of
force.
I don't think that makes him very interesting.
What's the less interesting alt?
The less interesting alt is you just sort of swallow it like a burp you're trying to hide. Those
Like a gas bubble.
Yeah, just sort of like a, and you just sort of swallow it down.
And then you fart. You fart and it's a whistle because it's all the voices as a high-pitched squeal of sorts.
Yeah.
Let's hear the name of this man or woman.
Sucks to hear, man.
Crunchy.
I feel like the dry
crisps.
factor is
What is
high
it?
on those.
Yeah. And then this is just kind of whatever this is, man.
That's nothing. That's a
truly
nothing
nothing.
snack.
Yeah, they actually look like they are nothing. They're so thin. Look at that picture that you have. They're actually like
Almost
nothing.
They look like tortilla chip strips, but even they're thick and thin at the same
Like if
time.
someone shaved down a tortilla chip.
I mean, the fact that they ran out of words while they were naming this thing. Crisp, crunchy crisps.
Versus
We gotta get 3 words in there.
Crackers, yeah.
Iced coffee.
That sounds
pretty good.
Not pretty good. It's not a vice. Sorry, I don't mean to editorialize.
Caffeine and sugar. Those are 2. Faris?
I'm gonna go with cigars.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
If this meets the standard, this is the middle grade. The description is host was present for records.
Yes.
Records.
Sorry, I haven't read in a while.
It should be recordings. One would
Honestly,
imagine.
Yeah.
I just watch a lot of
you're right.
YouTube nowadays. All right.
You're not used to holding your phone horizontally, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Want whoever your idols are, people think you are the new version of. But you have to make an insanely public speech against veterans, basically campaigning for them not to have medical benefits. What would Faris do?
And you can't, no public apologies, no PR team, nobody's helping you.
Yeah, that's just like, I need to take on that persona. Like, that is who I am. I'm very anti-veteran for the rest of my musical career.
Correct.
Oh my God. And it's like
not
that.
it's not a stance like, oh, you're anti-war. You're pro-war but anti-veteran. You think they just shouldn't
also
come back.
pro-war.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's like a kamikaze situation. It's like
It's a
anyone who goes
Comic-Con
out.
situation. That's how public it is. You're at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
The press coverage is unbelievable.
Amir's flipping me off for this prompt. Doesn't seem fair.
Sorry, I can't. I feel bad saying it. So from now on, whenever I'm mad at you, I'll just give you the bird. That way, it's like you feel my anger, but I'm not derailing the episode.
Yeah. Should I have held back on saying dick and balls earlier? I'm like
no, that was
not
great.
sure, but okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. God, it's like be terrible and be Tom York, or just keep being exactly who I am. I'd go for it. I don't have like too many horses in the game. I would just go for it. I would just shit all over veterans and become Tom York of Radiohead.
What is the point of you lying sideways across
Because I'm tired. I'm fatigued. I have congestion out the wazoo. I can barely breathe through either of my nostrils, so that causes me to have a sore throat.
Dude, I don't know what's more believable. You on a plane to Dallas or having the Delta variant in sunglasses.
Jesus Christ.
6 months ago. Faris, why don't you kind of intro this?
So I did mention I'm on a 5-month delay. About 5 months ago, I said I would do this USSR National Anthem cover. And I chose an insane time of my life to commit to something like that. But y'all kept me going, and I chipped away at it little by little, and it's been an absolute blast. And by the time you're hearing this, it should be out on all platforms except apparently iTunes, because when I selected language, I selected Russian, and it said, sorry, Apple and iTunes are not currently accepting the Russian language. So maybe try Spotify. But also that has its own issues.
Not accepting the Russian language. I mean, look at that. We're already, international affairs is ruining the arts.
All right, so this is a teaser, I believe, Faris?
Yeah, it's a little minute or so clip of what's to come.
Your cover of the USSR National Anthem. Here we go.
Holy shit.
It wasn't my choice, help of God against my will.
Laughing in the recorded version.
Wow.
Did you learn? Yeah. Did you learn Russian for that?
I definitely learned the words to the anthem, yeah.
Wow.
That was easy.
No, it was not.
We sort of talked over Faris sharing his career aspirations, and I did want to get to the bottom of how loyal he feels to Headgum as an institution.
You know, it's funny. Without Amir, the primary antagonist of this show, and now you, George, being it's like double the Geoff, and there's no Amir, there's no Amir is the one who will like snipe your head off on certain things. Marika is just the one that will shake her head and be like, no, what you're saying is bad. I've heard it.
It's interesting that you qualify, or that you think Amir is the antagonist, because on the forums, etc., Discord, Reddit, I'm the antagonist. I'm the anti-hero.
Well, yeah, you're more the anti-hero of the show. He is your antagonist.
Sure.
He is, and I'm sorry to say this about him, but he is the Skylar White to your Walter White.
Okay, I get that.
He's a lot more likable than Skylar White, though. So many people tried to argue that she's an okay person, but no, Skylar White sucked in Breaking Bad, and that's no one's going to change my mind about that. What do you think about that?
Faris, cut that out, please.
I would never smile. You didn't see.
You shouldn't have to. Yeah. You're a poison.
How do you figure?
You also you were happy when he said that, which is just confusing for what we're trying to do.
It's hard to get me down. Nothing could happen where I would be in a bad mood.
Yeah.
See, Geoff, though, this was the antagonism I was talking about last episode. Now we have the tag team of Marika and Amir here.
The ultimate straight man combo.
Just shooting you down. He's motioning that he needs a moment, apparently.
Okay.
This is, again,
the index
the
finger.
beginning of the fucking episode. This is, how is it falling apart this quickly?
He's biting his finger nervously. Like something's going wrong.
It shouldn't be this way.
Is he trying to load up more songs or?
I don't know. It sucks.
He's rubbing the shoulder that was sore last week.
What was wrong with his shoulder last week?
He was saying you guys ever get a sore shoulder from sitting? And when we said that's not a thing, but he seems to be struggling with that. His name is Jeffrey Paramount on his
in the
Zoom. Do we know what that's about?
I guess he's been taking generals with talent and sort of fraudulently positioning himself as an executive at a movie studio or something like that.
That tracks.
Amir commented on your hair that it was core length, but it looks really good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It does.
It's just been running hog wild. A lot of people are concerned about how do I get my hair cut? Oh no, this is getting crazy. And I'm just kind of leaning into it and let's just see what happens. It hasn't been this long since high school when I used to listen to, I don't know, As I Lay Dying. So
you look like a Jonas cousin.
I could see, Jonas adjacent for sure. And you got that axe hanging up on the wall behind you. Do you know any Jonas Brothers?
You know what? Let's circle back on that. I'll have to work on some Jonas Brothers covers.
Also, I like that you said Jonas adjacent because he's actually Jonas adjacent. This is Jason Jonas, aka Faris Monshi.
Yeah, that's sort of my artist name. I release music under Jason Jonas. Yeah.
That one was a Faris original to have.
Nice.
Dude, a couple people have said something to the effect of I don't even know. Did you mention you want to make a fully produced album of the Rice songs? Because people haven't forgotten if you did mention it.
See, it's hard because that's a lot of work, and it's gonna be. I don't know if it'll be paid or not because I don't think that falls under the purview of the scope of work that I offer to Headgum as a 1099 NEC.
But I don't think Headgum would
I don't think
pay for that. That would just be a
I don't think we pay for your time in the
that would hype me, yeah.
What? Why is it an eagle, by the way? We never questioned that, and you sort of flew with it, I guess. It's like an eagle, but it has nothing to do with the word of the week. It's just the noise of a fucking bird soaring.
I think it's kind of just the idea of a hawk, hitting that bullseye, picking up that innocent rabbit and taking it off to eat it.
Yep.
It's you got it. Fucking.
Mm-hmm. Bird is the word as well. Would work too.
No one stays till the very end where I stop recording. Faris, is that whiskey?
Yeah, I figured I should just get started. Headgum Podcast.
So this show drives you to drink?
Yeah. Usually I save this. I was showing Amir and Mike this earlier. It's
it's Lagavulin.
Lagavulin 16. I usually reserve it for special occasions.
He ID'd that whiskey bottle the same way I ID'd the microphone when we jumped on the call.
Is that a whiskey? What did you just pour? We should say that it is Friday night.
It is. And I do want to just say it's water, but I feel like we're
two fingers of water.
Amir,
exactly. It's straight gin.
Faris, let's start recording the episode now. I'm feeling a little bit bad, but I was kind of rude to Riley earlier. I stepped on her.
No. Oh my God. No, you were totally fine. You were totally fine.
You guys
I'm pretty sensitive. I'm sensitive.
You're
to that kind of
sensitive?
stuff.
I know. I know you are.
And I'm worried that Faris hasn't been able to get a word in edgewise. And I don't know. I don't feel...
Faris is doing other work.
Okay.
Is he?
No, I just deleted my entire file. I restarted.
Okay. Kidding me?
Right,
So we
let's
really
start
didn't
now.
have the
Let's
floor.
start now.
Amir?
Faris. Faris looks good, yeah.
Wow.
No, Faris.
I was gonna say Jack Black, but I'll take it.
Honestly, this is too many people. Just
Look
look
at
me.
You, Faris, you haven't been on the show in a couple months. How are you doing?
I think you're the first Headgum person to have COVID, so it's kind of like a big
No, Jake
deal.
had COVID, I thought. Like in March.
Yeah, well, he found out later he had antibodies, so he assumes he had it, but he like didn't ever feel sick.
Okay.
Do you have the antibodies?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to drop your pants? That's
I
how it
guess
is?
you're the only person to.
In which case, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you as well. Yeah, I think I'm too new for that. Before hitting my 1 year time with Headgum, coronavirus happened, and so I'm never actually going to see these people in person for the foreseeable future. There's no party, there's no rapport to build other than through a screen here.
And it's working pretty fucking well, man.
You know what? It has been working okay. It's been fine.
Yeah.
It's been
fire.
Fine. It's been it's lit, fam.
Were you able to work, like, you went into the office before and stuff? Like, you were able to work in person briefly.
I was hired on as an intern, and basically as soon as I got hired on in a more permanent status, coronavirus hit and everything like got flipped upside down. I'm glad I was able to train there. And so now I hit the ground running, but now I was running for my life for a minute there.
When you got into like that screaming match with Faris, when you were shouting at Faris on the company call.
Yeah. That was Geoff infecting me with his hate. So Geoff is sort of a coronavirus of sorts. He's contagious, and it's beyond airborne because Geoff is in a different state. It like infected me like a computer virus through Slack.
It's digital.
And then he turned me sour. Yeah, digital virus, man. And he turned me sour against my friend because Faris was my friend. And I don't know what happened to me. I snapped, Jeffrey James style.
We had a good rapport for a while there. Yeah.
Because we're both California kids. You're from Cali, right?
Bay Area. Just recently hopped down to LA.
Most people from the Bay don't like SoCal. Do you feel that? Or are you sort of cool with both sides of California?
No, I'm definitely cool with both. I don't know. LA has things that I'm far more interested in. Bay Area is all tech, not a lot of art. I don't know. LA is just a lot more artsy fartsy, and that's what I am, artsy fartsy.
What did I miss? LA's artsy fartsy.
Where did you go?
I went to have a sandwich.
You're probably fired.
What?
You might be fired.
From the show or from the network?
Yeah.
All right, and then here, Faris, you can do Thriller because you famously love Michael Jackson.
Oh my God. Now I'm a Michael Jackson fan too, on top of every... Canonically, figured out 20 lines of funny situations, and that's the show.
Sorry. Yeah, you're not hired. You're American Idol.
I can't
You're going to the opposite. You're going to Bollywood.
See, like, that was worth cutting. That's not going to make it. That was fucking shit, and you put me on the spot. Geoff.
I really did. Oprah and the MyPillow CEO.
Oh, the mustache guy.
Yeah.
What's his name? Let's see.
Mike something.
Google return. As soon as I typed in MyPillow guy is the first thing that comes up. Beck Bennett. I want the best things in the world for this guy for some reason. I don't know what it is. And I think I missed
that he's like a Trump supporter, like QAnon shaman, right?
Here's why I shouldn't have said what I just said, because I had been seeing his name pop up recently,
but you didn't read it,
and I hadn't clicked through. Yeah, I just hadn't clicked through, and it's the worst thing possible is that this guy that looks like, I don't know, he just looks like a trustworthy, likable guy. And now you lay this shit on me.
I did nothing. You just said that you want the best for a member of Q. And
I don't want him to be with Oprah. No, this is not a shit.
You're up $12,000, Faris,
yeah,
for that
dude.
change of heart and / hero's journey that you just had.
Don't think. You're always like lost in thought. The sausage is made.
Speaking of Faris.
Jeff, Faris here. Faris! 100 episodes, right?
Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
Nice.
Or should I say?
That's really good.
100 episodes.
He
That's
is in control.
100 weeks
There's
of a
such a
self-imposed
good
imprisonment
radio
of my own
voice.
doing. For the past 2 years, this show has been a cafeteria tray of poison slid under my cell door every single week for me to swallow down, along with my pride, and help smuggle you onto listening platforms like a Trojan horse.
Damn, Daniel.
You think
that was easy?
Well,
Nice.
it wasn't easy. I've listened to every
Just say
second
easy.
of every episode, all to become a known accomplice to this, for lack of a better term, weekly podcast. I'm blacklisted by the entertainment industry for this, and I deserve it. Irreversible damage has been done to good people, and I sat by and let it happen. Also, major key alert. Turn down the gain on your mic so that this isn't the raw material I'm left to work with, you megaphone. But also, major key alert. Stockholm Syndrome is real. Love you, buddy. Happy 100th episode. Let's get it started in
Wow,
let's end
Faris
it too,
rules.
right?
He should host this show.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never heard that hurled as an insult.
So post-quar, what are you looking forward to?
I, for some reason, missed the sensation of
Head.
I'm sorry?
God.
Sorry, he said the beach. We can cut that part out.
Okay.
What were you saying?
Hilton Head.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm focused now on Geoff talking about blowjobs, I think.
Yeah. See, now it's sort of imbued the entire
For some
podcast.
weird
You've
reason,
poisoned
I'm
it.
missing the sensation of oral. So that, I guess I'm looking
You
forward to
couldn't
that.
think of it.
Yeah, that is spectacular. I was just going to say, I weirdly miss the sensation of being like in a crowded space around strangers, and that I probably wouldn't have ever had this thought before all this, but I like being in a busy, loud environment where, I don't know, just like a bar setting, a busy restaurant, people moving about. There's just ambient noise of people having a good time. I miss that. So I don't know. I just want to go. Specifically, I want to find an all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant and go there. Like, I haven't had all-you-can-eat sushi in a long time, but it better be busy there, and I better be like bumping elbows with a stranger next to me.
Or a celeb.
Especially, yeah, that would be even better.
Yeah, like
Something so appropriate about you looking like Parappa the Rapper today. Parappa the Rapper, bobbing your head, singing this
And I
music.
usually am the one that looks like Parappa the Rapper.
I know what that is. I know what that's
I
like.
mean,
Ferris,
Amir's loving
you get it.
I totally get that.
Ferris, when was the last time you got to say it?
What's that?
Ferris, when was the last time you got to say it? Like you were in a position where you could say, I told you so. Fast. Say it fast.
Added pressure for no reason.
No, recently I've been all about speed. So how can we get through this thing and with
Like,
the most
talk
amount?
quickly or start your answer?
Or the drug.
No, just like I've been all about like fast.
All right, yeah. My sister's ex-roommate, she was on this keto diet.
Oh no.
I tried that for a little bit. By the way, not good, man. It's like a lot of avocado and bacon, which you think is good, but again, it's like the Timon and Pumbaa issue. It's too much of a good thing.
Yeah.
Don't do it unless you're like, you can lose 100 pounds really fast on it, but don't do it unless you need to do that. Anyways, she's on keto, right? But she keeps failing at it. Like she keeps eating burritos, and she was like doing really good. I was visiting one night, and my sister and I were going to order burritos or like Mexican food, and Mexican food is pretty anti-keto, I would say. Musically, I've been having a good time on the Headgum Discord today.
Yeah.
Checking out.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. I mean, there was some hesitation about this thing getting out there. Okay, let's be transparent here. Yeah, what do you say, Geoff? We needed to pad out the episode to get to 40 minutes because we've had some retaliation. We've had some upset over. Sometimes an episode would come in 35 minutes, 32 minutes, and they were getting shorter and shorter for a moment there. And so we're like really defensive about that now. We don't want to give anyone any room to get upset there. So Geoff came to me and said, hey, can you write, or no, you didn't even say, can you write anything? You just said, can you make one of the sax points like 5 or 10 minutes long this time? And I thought about it for all of 5 seconds and said, absolutely, I got you, bro. And one
sax, which is like just like a musical interlude, just like with 3 days notice, you're like, by the way, Faris, can you write a 10-minute musical for this podcast that's 34 minutes long instead of 44?
And I was super hesitant to like just loop the cue for 5 or 10 minutes. That almost felt, I didn't want to like smack listeners, and I didn't want to slap them in the face. I wanted to smack them upside the head, more like with like something kind of special. I wish I had like a lot more time to work on it, but it's just something I kind of put together, and I had a lot of fun doing it. It was like, it was like 9:30 p.m. My dad walks in and he's like, what are you doing? And he sees me like hunched over my keyboard sampler, just like going, what?
Yeah, I totally had like an image of you just like in a dark room, like with a bunch of light up things, just like pushing a bunch of buttons, vibing, like eyes closed, feeling it.
Absolutely nailed it. That's very close to the image that was in this room last night.
It comes across beautifully, I think.
This is Marika on the sax. Like every sax sound that you hear in this track is Marika. She's been sampled and like chopped to bits, and like I put her into the sampler and turned her into that really long theme song melody that you've been playing recently for like whatever is the second game show of the episode. To like differentiate from the other like classic big band one that we have. It's the other one.
I love having Faris on the show because he is more involved in it than I am, and everyone else is like has their toe in the water and they don't even want to because it's freezing. The water's never fine on this show.
It's always cold. Yeah.
Top score for appearance of host would be host came to the show dressed to the nines / serving. Oh my God.
Anya, do you want to take that one?
You wrote it, you say it.
I'm not going to say it. I was going to get somebody who I feel like can say it.
Sorry, you want me to? What is it? You want me to say if you were giving punishment?
There you go. Okay, Riley said it. Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
Right. Faris, what do you have? A blue?
G-Shock.
This is
a snowflake? What is it called?
No. Don't lump me into that, okay? This is a Shure. I assure you, it's a Shure PG-42.
Nice. You're rubbing off on Monshi, and I don't like it. We have to quarantine Geoff for 10 days after his puns reached you.
I'm viral.
I can't help it, man. I edit this show every week. It's seeping in. It's just seeping in.
What's the difference between your Shure and Mike's Shure?
I'm sorry. Oh,
are you talking about Mike Shore or Mike Shore, the showrunner for Parks and
Rec? Of The Office fame?
Yeah. This is a condenser microphone.
Okay.
Which is different than Mike Shore, the person. Easy to kind of not see that.
Thank you.
But the main difference is that this is a condenser microphone, which has a specific type of pickup pattern. It's good for vocal performances, singing, recording instruments, as opposed to Mike Shore, who creates television sitcoms.
Okay.
Yeah, it is okay.
Sorry,
don't think about it like you said something
I'm
interesting.
Trying to because it's a lot of like tech mumbo.
Zona Gale and Frankie Yale.
Okay, so this is the author for the past 2 weeks that we've been talking about.
Of such pivotal words as Heart's Kindred. Yeah, 1915's Heart's Kindred, yeah.
And Frankie Yale,
the Italian
the notorious
mobster,
gangster. Yeah. Okay. I want this for them. It's a yes.
Yikes.
Amir, you like math? What's $24,000 plus $36?
He placated you. He yes-handed you all the way to the finish line. He stonewalled it.
Monshi, how's that cock of yours? How's your sex life, I should say, and maybe as a tamer way of asking, are you seeing anyone?
So start with the tamer way of saying it. Don't go X-rated and pull back.
You know what? I wanted to gauge the response because maybe you guys would have loved the first way I said it.
I didn't.
It made us all uncomfortable to see you put Faris in sort of a checkmate position to have to do something with that question.
After you lambasted me for talking about math, you decided to switch gears so drastically.
From bombastically to drastically.
That was easy. Alert. Sorry, that was easy.
Yeah, I didn't know we all take kind of the worst spaces in between our sentences.
What's that?
What's your cadence? What's your schedule? What's your coffee of drink? You wake up, take us through the sketch.
It's the first thing I do. I take these long morning walks, and to have a coffee in my hand is like paramount. It needs to be in my hand.
Hot?
I can skip the hot
black
in the morning. Black as well.
Are you drinking water right when you wake up? Like, I can't go coffee straight. Like, I need water. I feel so dehydrated in the morning. Do you go straight to hot black coffee?
I'll maybe take a swig or two of water.
Just a swig or two. That's it.
Yeah. I'm also that kind of person that needs like water by my bedside.
Yeah.
Do you guys also hate it when you wake up like parched in the middle of the night? And there's no water. There's no water to speak of, and you'd have to go all the way to the kitchen to fix that. Anywho, yes, coffee right away, immediately before anything. So we're talking like 7 a.m. first coffee, and then if I have coffee after like 2 p.m., it's going to be a bad night for Faris. But that's how you know it's a vice, man. Like you need that. You need that thing, even with the negatives that are attached to it.
Like being a host, you have to actually like kind of be in the segment. So like, what's the segment? I feel like you're really all over the place.
I'm not. I'm trying to like go straight down the middle, and you guys keep like hitting home runs, but they're all foul balls, right? So I'm straight over down the plate, and like the analogy doesn't make a lot of sense.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm nervous as shit. Yeah.
I had forgotten about baseball. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
It's happening right now.
I had let go of baseball.
Yeah. That was a full episode.
But you've taken out all of the farts.
Yeah.
I feel like none of my farts have gotten into any of these past episodes. And there was a couple SPD ones, some really, really silent farts that I think you removed just because you know me when I'm tooting and you're taking out the tiniest little bit of air. And I appreciate that.
Exactly. I've got this preset. It's called Jake Farts. Mm-hmm. It just scans over your audio track.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to get room tone. You got to get room tone because I'm just farting nonstop, and you have to remove that after the fact.
Yeah. So I'll take a fart sample, in fact, and I'll tell Adobe Audition to remove everything that sounds like that.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of
a lot of your breaths are gone too because of that.
Because they also smell like shit.
Hey,
any stinky gas that comes out of your mouth or ass will just sort of disappear.
It shouldn't be that way, by the way. This isn't like you're making more work for Faris. Like he's being nice about it, but like he had to take room tone. Like you shouldn't have to take room tone for a podcast.
Well, I have a gastrointestinal disorder. Okay,
what's it called?
Fartsation. It's like rosacea, but fartsation.
Faris? By the way, Faris, lots of comments, by the way, I'm sure you saw, of people kind of being like, you low key went underground and got Marvel jacked.
Really?
The yolk isn't on my face. The yolk is in your veins.
I do eat a lot of eggs. That is true.
And we can tell. I feel like you could bench Erica.
I don't know. I haven't met Erica in person. I don't. Yeah. The issue with bench pressing a human being is that you need to compress them into bar form, or else it's just a very like lopsided
The Lonely Island wrote a song about this, actually.
I don't want the hair to be long. I want it to be cut.
Oh, dude, you should do what I did.
Holy shit.
You got a whiffle.
I had a full Britney moment.
I thought you were going to take your hat off and then just flowing Fabio locks.
No. The locks are what I lost. They were getting out of control, man.
You're the lockless monster. Wait,
like
the
that, dude.
lockless Monshi.
All right. That's my new Slack. My new Slack name.
You got to send before and after photos and then change your name right after to the lockless Monshi.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah.
You're literally penetrating ferrets in the spring.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into the interpretation of April and like who is April. I don't like.
Oh, that's good.
I don't like this.
Yeah, who?
I shouldn't have personified April. Just
no,
now.
I actually love this.
No, it's like he didn't want to talk
Yeah.
about that.
Parks and Recreation. What's her name?
Ludgate.
April Ludgate.
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza. So Aubrey Plaza is, for lack of a better term, Peggy Monshi.
You don't have to say it.
In
You
a
don't
way,
have to
in
say
the
it.
spring.
If
So-
you lack a better term, just
So
don't
early for
say
this.
the word.
Ferris
Ultimately
do. You
positive.
choke on gum at a funeral. You choke on gum. You're supposed to be. It's a moment of silence. You choke on your gum during a moment of silence. What would Ferris do?
What happened to
Wait,
the good
well,
one?
I answered
You
the
didn't
question
answer
that was
the
good.
one. You got greedy. You thought you could. You thought you had turned the page.
I thought that
when
one
said
would
it was
win
an
you back,
aberration.
yeah.
It was a diamond in the rough. Let's hear the answer to the one good
Let's hear
question.
yeah.
You
What
edited
if
the
Ferris
one
could
good
answer
question
real life?
out.
I mean, I would edit myself choking on gum out for sure. That's embarrassing. Yeah, no, actually, that's really good. It makes me think. I mean, that's essentially like, would I still experience the moment that I edit out? Like, I don't know. Like, what's the surgery called where you get a camera up your butt? Like
Colonoscopy.
colonoscopy. Can I edit that out? And would it be edited out of my memory? And would I not feel it? Because like
It would just be other people. It'd be like click. Like you have the memory, but other people don't.
nice.
notice.
So you could erase that memory for the doctor that had to perform it on your ass.
Meaning that, and from medical records, so you'd have to get it again.
So you could edit it so you keep on getting it if you enjoyed it.
Elective
Yeah, so
colonoscopies.
I can do things over and over again as well. This is like an insane superpower. I like this a lot.
They watched Batman movies in season 6 just prior, so that was a great season as well.
A lot of
so check that out.
people really loved the Batman song that Ferris did for it.
Yeah, I was happy
Ferris.
to hear about that.
Your
I just
jingles are commercial worthy. You should be writing for like major corporations and getting paid $300,000 a pop.
Thank you, man. That's I
You
appreciate
just
that.
made up a number.
300,000 sounds pretty cool. The reason this sax is out here, just a little teaser. I was recording sax for the season 7 theme music, so wrapping that up today. Really pushing
Down to
the
the
deadline on
wire.
this one. Yeah, but I'm finally happy with it. So we will have a proper release on time. Yeah.
He's sad as shit. So we're gonna spend the next 5 minutes, and I'm in a really bad mood. I'm smiling and I'm trying to be
What?
happy for the show, but like I would love it if you guys could just fucking cheer me up Halloween style.
That was the audio of Mario dying, I think.
And then you said sad as shit quietly afterwards.
I did.
Like
did
it was
I?
part of the song, but it's not.
And not even it's the dying sound and then the game over sound. So you're also out of lives. It's completely over, and you got to start from world 1-1.
This is a good start. I'm starting to feel a little better.
Jeff.
Let's get to Riley's and then move
Brother Riley.
Right.
Brother
Let's go.
Riley.
on. Brother Riley. Oh, Brother Riley.
Brothers, listen. Brothers, gather round and let me tell
That was
you the
awful.
tale.
Ferris, would you like to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, I'm the audio guy at Headgum. I do audio related things. Sometimes that's removing coughs from recordings. Sometimes it's removing farts from recordings. It's usually
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I don't think I'm very good at my job. I think I'm actually pretty bad. I don't know how many people have noticed, but in the past like 5 episodes of this show, you guys have pleaded with me to remove things from the recordings, and I'm just kind of I just kind of gloss over it, and I let it. I think I've let maybe 20 moments slide, maybe an hour's worth of content that you didn't want in.
Right.
Yeah.
Is in
That
because
it would have ruined our careers.
All of
had
episode
it
3 shouldn't
made
have
it.
happened.
Do you have a white noise
That was
machine
sick.
because of how quiet it is in that room when you're trying to sleep?
it's not as quiet as I would like it to be, but it's better than the last place that I lived at, where this old man, I hope he's okay.
he was already like hacking up a lung every night. He would just walk around his apartment right next door, thin walls, screaming and cussing at nobody in particular, just running around, like kind of plodding around in his apartment. And you can cut this part out, but he'd say, "Motherfucker, stupid asshole. Like,
that's a pretty
like
good Faris's neighbor.
Yeah.
Poor Johnny. I hope he's good.
No, it's Johnny Villa.
Johnny Villa was my next door neighbor.
Newest Headgum hire.
Yeah.
That's a real bummer. I wonder if he had Tourette's.
I don't know. He was always so nice to me in person, which always...
You're right.
So
people with Tourette's are like really mean.
Oh my God. What? First, the Skylar White. You guys, you can't flip shit on me like this, okay? I look like a misogynistic ableist at this point. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find it. When we were like 15 and 14, my cousin and I did a Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, that's good.
I was Butthead. He was Beavis. We had to bleach his hair. I think we pulled it off really well. I'm trying to find the picture. I'll have to share it with you guys because I really look like an idiot. And that's like the Butthead thing, right? You gotta like,
that's good.
You gotta sort of like,
yeah.
It's just no one can see what I'm doing, but
it's your top teeth forward.
Let's hear your butthead. Say in your best butthead, say trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
It's pretty good. So are you like bummed or something?
Better than I could do. So.
We don't sell that many ads for this show. I don't understand what happens in this break.
We used to. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just how you come back from breaks now?
Correct.
It sure is.
That's absolutely
it couldn't
correct.
be more jarring. Oh
it's
my
like
God.
basically rods of aluminum hitting concrete.
Yeah.
This is how you wake up the listener.
Exactly.
From the ad break.
From the
kind of dozing
stupor that
off.
they're lulled into. And it's like, why is there a little extra room in front? It has to be that the strap is getting bigger. You know what I mean?
Not like me getting smaller. That would be like an initial concern.
That can't be it, because if that's it, then I have to go see a urologist probably.
Yeah. I don't know if I just wear it daily, like go into the Headgum Studios wearing the jockstrap all the time. And I'm conflating a jockstrap with a cup. Maybe I don't know the difference, but
cup goes
I imagine
in the
myself.
jockstrap.
Huh? Okay, yeah. I would probably pair it with a cup, and I'm imagining myself just being like just a really frustrating engineer to deal with at Headgum. And so I just walk in with a cup prepared for just, in case I tick anyone off, they can just, or in fact, some hosts need to like let out some steam. So I'm like, I got you, dude. Listen, you can kick me as hard as you want in my dick and balls, and that'll be fine.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
Actually really
Let's see Earwolf match that, right?
But impossible.
They might not want to. It's not a matter of if they could or
still.
not.
Yeah. To answer the question though, penile enhancement.
For sure.
Just just keep catching up.
Yeah, just so that you don't have to buy new structs.
Opa Monshi style more than anything.
Okra Monshi style.
But what I was going to say was that you've also been promoted at the network to full-time, not a mainstay, if not part of the executive suite.
Yeah. I'm not sure the second part is accurate, but I am full-time now. I am officially part of the team, and in fact, as soon as I found out that I won't get paid extra to be on this show, I decided it was a good time to hop on.
Okay.
So happy to be here.
To do it out of the, love in your heart.
Out of your own.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you said it's truth. Give all your all to me. I want to kiss you, baby. It's all or nothing. You either can break even, which some of you guys are.
Were we supposed to know that song? That song. Were we supposed to know that song? Because I'd never heard it before. Have you guys heard what that song was?
No, I thought he was gonna tie it up with, and I don't want to miss a thing.
Yeah,
yes,
that's what it sounded like. Yeah, but it was all or nothing.
One testy is in the left knee, and the other one is in the right squeeze. Amir's down a literal stack. Here we go. GameStop.
Wait, like, do you have big balls, or like you have like an 80-year-old man's like swinging pendulum kind of thing going on?
If the Headgum staff were cast in a movie, Marika would be the character you root for to fail.
Yeah, I knew there was the end. Wow, not Faris.
Here we go.
This one's really tough because you can't even see his upper lip.
Yeah. My name is first. It's like Marika something.
I feel like this one's readable, but I also know what it says.
I don't. He says like, so I would something at the end.
Marika unites enemies. Her failures are our triumphs.
So unreadable.
What has happened in your life from October to now? Long time.
Happy to be back. I've missed this. We're off to a rough start. I will say that we're off to a rough start, but I'm glad to be back. Since like October, I guess. I'm not in LA anymore. I'm sort of taking a break from, the epicenter of the pandemic for a little bit.
Yeah.
Got out while I could. I'm with family right now up in the Bay Area. Much worse internet. So if I come in and out tonight, just call me April.
In Faris, yeah.
This is a real question, though. I think Jake, you're gonna love this one, but I'd love to hear this from you, Faris, as well. Because Faris, how long have you worked at Headgum?
That's the question. What? You thought Jake was gonna love that one, and it was just how long have you worked at Headgum?
Jake, you're gonna love this shit. You're gonna love this. I've been at Headgum for about 6 months now.
Oh my god, Jake loves that shit.
How about a Charlie Day?
That's really cool.
That'd be fun. He's already playing Luigi. He's going to be Luigi in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
What?
Chris Pratt is Mario.
He seems like more of a Mario. Like Luigi's kind of tall and slender.
Before the podcast, Faris, so excitedly wide-eyed was like, did you know that there was this Beatles documentary that came out a month ago, and you just did that with the Mario
4 months ago.
You got to get on dating apps, man. This is all anyone's ever talking about.
I'm on a 5-month delay, guys. I'm serious. It's really bad.
Faris controls the board.
Oh, sweet. Let's do Headgum Podcast
Billy
trivia.
controls the board.
Cotton Joe just landed.
Is it me?
Okay.
Faris, you were too happy.
Let's do...
You wanted it too much.
I was pretty disappointed with my performance. I think the only guess I ever made, you were like, where did I first start recording this podcast? And the only time I chimed in was to say a basement. And then I never got another word in.
Well, Faris, you had to do about 20 minutes straight of reading right before, which you handled with class and ease, I will say.
Oiled, slick glands, I would say. Your chords were velveteen.
I was feeling some pressure to blast through it too, because it was so
People
much.
were getting bored and upset.
Yeah, but you also insisted for it to be finished in its entirety. So I was like,
spent
fuck, all
truly
right.
3 hours writing this shit.
Yeah, sorry about that. I usually leave voluntarily, but today my computer took the initiative and literally restarted during the show.
Amir had Pyle create a program for that. 20 minutes in after launching Zoom, anytime Geoff is involved in the Zoom call, it shuts down 20 minutes.
It's triggered by hearing "What's that?" 3 times loudly, and then it just sort of enough is enough.
Say your 2 roommates are upset at each other, and you sort of feel that tension. What would Faris do?
who's answering right now. The way you got in there was so convoluted. He said, "Have you seen Sex in the City?" Because New York is a character, and you're kind of a character.
Cut this out, Faris. Cut this out for sure.
And then you said that Amir and I could weigh in and pinch hit if we wanted to, and asked such a specific, "What would Faris do?" That's impossible for us to weigh in.
You see what they do, Faris? You see what they
Faris
fucking tear me down before we even try the bit. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Hang on,
cut it out.
And this is actually part of my answer. What I would do is sit down the roommates for a conversation, and we're going to do that right now. You guys are having an argument. We're going to sit down and talk this out, and I think I know how to find a compromise.
Holy shit!
What I'd
Your
like to
calming
do.
voice it's so soothing. I have to just listen to it.
It's part
Can
of
you
the
say
strategy.
hot buttered rum?
Can I say it?
Yeah, just in your voice.
No, but I hear it's great.
So I see. Faris right now is on a video loop, so regardless of what you say, he'll just say no, but I hear it's great. The answers are vague enough that it sounds like he's in the room.
It just, yeah. Maybe I'll be Luigi. I'm like halfway there.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Faris, can you say something kind of intense, like just anything Halloween and related and intense?
Sure. Dun 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 na 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 na.
That's not what I thought that sound effect was going to be. I thought it was going to be. It says werewolf howl, and that wasn't what we just heard.
Yeah, that was like a dog getting hit by a car.
Let's just, Faris, put a sax point in here somewhere. Let's regroup and start not the podcast over, but at least re-up the energy.
Okay. Beep bop shooby doo bing bong. There you go. Yeah.
All right, Faris, it's your vote.
Yeah, guys. I was living. It was when I first moved to LA. There was a Trader Joe's nearby me. I was just falling in love with the city. I was eating the shit every day. It has such high sentimental value of when I used to live in this like 300 square foot little shoebox of a place in West LA next to a neighbor that wouldn't stop coughing through all hours of the night and cussing loudly to himself. His name was Johnny, and I hope he's doing okay. Shout out to Johnny. I'm going to go with grilled chicken breast in a sealed container. That's my final answer.
Good answer.
Now, did you microwave that, or you just eat it cold out of a sealed container?
So you could eat it cold. I think I would make these little quesadillas with these mini little corn tortillas, a little bit of cheese, put them in a pan, put the chicken on top. It would heat up that way.
Yeah.
A little hot sauce on top. Yeah. It was a good time. So easy.
What do you guys think is, if I'm at home just like this, in my house specifically, this empty-ish room, what's the best microphone I can use?
I would say, honestly, it is less about the mic. I mean, yes, the mic is important, but your room can make or break everything, honestly. So with that Shure SM7B, you can get very far, just like we did in the Headgum Studios, with a well-treated room. You can go real far with just a standard workhorse mic like that. I don't know, if you really want to go for like pristine vocal quality, and Mike, I want to hear what you think about this, but I've enjoyed the Neumann TLM 103. Really good for voiceover. Your listeners are definitely dropping off, by the way, like as we're having this discussion.
Faris, cut this out.
Yeah, Faris, please. I'm going to cut this out, but he said, "Oh shit, my alcohol's upstairs," and it sounded like he just goes into your room and grabs booze from your cart.
Well, Club Monshi is open.
Hell yeah!
Cheers,
guys. Dink.
It's a stupid idea.
Ooh, loosen up the joints.
You break your ankle later.
Daddy needs to grease these screws. Oh, wowee, hachi chachi.
George, have you ever had any of the alcohol from that cart?
It's all for show.
Okay, that. I'm starting to get the picture. You guys think it's too late to get in on the GameStop thing? I think it's still gonna go.
This is you in 2029.
Are we dipping our toes in, or we think it's too late?
To that end, I've been trying to invest in Dogecoin.
Why?
What's that?
Why?
Because. Do you guys want to take like a 20-minute break so that I can just retool this? Okay.
Instantly.
That's that Monshi shit, because he's the only one who hears it as much as I do. Welcome to Judging Monshi.
What?
America's newest game show, where the only rule is you gotta judge Monshi. We're gonna listen to last week's Headgum podcast and sort of see how Faris did.
This is a Headgum original.
All right, good so far. The right intro, because it's a Headgum original. Can I give a note? Can I give a note?
Already?
There was like a pause between the intro and the sax. So maybe just kind of trim that up next time.
Can I defend myself?
You want to leave a beat, for an ad insertion point.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Necessarily needs to be that space so that we can insert ads and keep the show running.
This segment's kind of blown up in your face.
I didn't know that actually.
That's okay.
Yeah, you didn't.
The rest of the day, I just kind of took it easy. I added the Headgum podcast that came out today. And then yesterday, I had no work to do other than uploading the Headgum podcast that came out today. So I've just been kind of resting, relaxing, watching documentaries. I feel like I've monopolized the podcast so far. I don't mean to do this.
That's every week, so don't worry about it.
I will say, Geoff, next time you have COVID-19, you can tag me in to do the edit for you.
No, I could not.
The assembly cut I can take on if you're dying.
I didn't feel that shit until Wednesday night.
I've never wondered if you are the whale.
I know that people are not krill. I know that y'all are human beings with whole backstories, lives, loved ones, and I still choose to kind of dox your personal information and addresses. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you do krill the mood quite often.
How is he not on every week? That is.
Have you ever done that?
Gotten my wisdom teeth pulled or pulled somebody else's wisdom teeth?
Let's start from the top. Like, have you had yours pulled?
Yes.
Have you pulled someone else's out?
I can't answer that legally.
Yeah, I'm like watching your eyes to see if you're going for the leave button on the Zoom. This is almost like a standoff, if you will. Like,
no, we're not going to leave. We're not going to do what they did. We're going to finish this together. We're going to agree to hang up at the same time and just like normal people do on Zoom call. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess it's me. The Zoom window is just closed because everybody left.
What's the best salary to have, Faris?
What's the best salary to have? I don't know, like a salary, like not
just having a job.
I got quarantine on the mind, so I'm just like trying to be real. I'm just trying to be real grateful these days, and I'm sometimes failing at that right now too. So I'm just gonna go with like any paycheck, man. That's anything is good.
That's cool. A good attitude.
Yeah,
it's the chassis. It's very specific.
Do you think auto mechanics like who are working on chassis ever have pork chassis while in chastity?
Just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you have to bring the rest of us down.
That's right. Now we chastise you.
Nice.
What about Zona Gale?
Yep. Who?
Zona Gale
again.
The American author known best for pivotal works such as Heart's Kindred.
This is the one you said is like hot too.
She kind of is. I mean, she has thin cankle energy to be sure because she doesn't have cankles.
Should we make normal a Zona Gale shirt?
Let's see. Zona Gale.
Is her likeness public domain?
Is whose likeness? Zona Gale?
Zona Gale!
Dude. No one's going to come after you.
What about
us?
Jeff,
what?
I'm looking at Zona. I found Zona Gale, Jeff.
She died in the 30s. She died in the 30s.
What about a shirt?
Piece of shit. You told me to come back.
You said she's hot, dude. This is like a dead old woman.
She's not dead in the photos.
I guess when she was younger, she was pretty.
All right,
well, you don't know how the public will react. We were shocked.
Yeah. It's a dirge.
Faris is playing the blues.
It's actually
He's good.
No, it's the national anthem of the USSR.
Wow. He's really good at that. It'd be funny if he played That Was Easy after that. Incredibly hard thing to do.
Deflecting HR violation after HR violation from his lustful boss, Marty Michaels. All right. So that's the top score.
Okay.
Middle score is host wore average attire for records. And bottom score would be the degeneration of the host's ocular lipid glands is representative of his appearance at large. Red-eyed, thin-ankled, and rotted through, the host embodied rumple.
Grilled chicken breast in a sealed container versus fried olive bites.
Oh my God. Let me just kick us off by saying when I was the healthiest I've been in my life, I was pounding those grilled chicken breast strips from Trader Joe's.
So that means you go to the gym and you come back and you just fucking house a dry chicken breast, and that was that.
It was so easy, man. Ready to eat, tasty, kind of high in sodium, but man, the convenience.
Is it tasty?
I thought it was for what it is.
It's dry.
It's no, not even too dry. No, it's got some juice in it. By proxy, I can tell you about how cold my dad has been.
What has he said or done or not?
Our dad. We're brothers.
Our dad, you won't believe this about our good old daddy.
Our old man.
Our old man, he went to school in Nebraska, and it gets insanely cold there, apparently. They would have to do something like, so in the mornings, their windshields would be so covered in frost and ice that they would have to, it's some combination of alcohol and salt that they would have to dump on the windshield, let it sit, and then like after 20, 30 minutes, I don't know, start hitting the windshield wiper and like barely shoving off these massive chunks of ice just to be able to get in your car and drive. So that's the coldest our dad has ever been.
Are they asking? So they're asking for sugar, the like sweetening thing. They're not asking for like a kiss.
A little bit of sugar.
Let's do both. They knock on the door asking for a kiss. What do you do? Eat or not? I say yeah.
If they were rude about the wine, I'll kiss them.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't give them sugar. Like I wouldn't give them the granulated white stuff.
Sure.
I'd give them a smooch if we had already built up that sexual tension.
Yeah.
With that sort of exchange.
Anshi, are you single?
Yep.
Ready to thringle?
You want to start a fucking thruple with Monshi? Is that why you're asking us?
If you found the right lass, I wouldn't be opposed to sharing an ass. Sure. Paris, you did some of that on your last EP. You did like, there's one song where like, you know how Jim Morrison in Riders on the Storm like whispered and layered the whisper underneath his singing? You did the same thing, but it wasn't the lyrics of the song. It was basically defending big tech.
Well, really, it was just like a BetterHelp ad sort of at this sort of volume. Just sort of coasting underneath the surface of the chorus of my song. And I just, sort of gave them my own personal experience with online therapy in the privacy of my own home. It was really something that I found helpful, especially, we're living in crazy times. And during the pandemic, I basically lost my mind. I was drinking vodka out of my desk while I was working. And it was very nice
you mean like
to talk to.
Out of like a, glass that was on your desk.
I was imagining
there was a bottle in my desk.
Into a drawer. That's what I was worried about.
Like a really epic
10-year contract.
That way.
You would break it. A 10-year contract. I was going to go with what Amir was saying, stick it out for a year or two, just get into real estate after that, like quit the job and just use that money, just be kind of, just set myself up. But 10-year contract.
You're talking about house hacking? You're talking about getting like a duplex or triplex, living in one of the units, and then the other units kind of pay for your living expenses?
You know what's up, Geoff. I like this. We should talk about this sometime.
We
should get into it now.
Yeah, we can talk about house hacking. I had like 9 other what would Faris's do, but my goal in life is how did this not get me on?
Oh yeah,
like you're leaning over for a fart. Is that on your profile?
Got him. .aiff. Let's hear it.
Any of us could do it. You just have to like DM them and be like, hey, I want to be a brand ambassador.
So you DM them?
No, they DM me, which is like special in a way, but I'm just saying that like, I'm sure that they would have given it to everybody.
I don't know. Faris probably doesn't have 10,000 Instagram followers.
I don't. Thanks for the reminder.
He's been paying for bath bombs like a fool.
Ball and drop it, and then it hits the left one, and it just kind of hits each other willy-nilly side, left then right, left then right. Faris knows what I'm talking about. Here we go.
When you're bored or busy.
When I'm bored or busy. So I'll be in like a writing general meeting with like, I shouldn't even be there.
Onward.
Sorry, I know you put a lot of thought into Faris. What would you do if your ex dated your dad? That's
Oh yeah, gosh. I was trying to remember why I felt so negative over the past couple minutes. That question is like really upsetting for some reason because it means
hangs on you.
It also it does because it also means my parents are divorced now. So this is like a lot. There's a lot coming at me, man.
A lot has to happen for that to be the case.
Yeah.
What about IT Guy?
Okay.
What about him?
His superhero is that when you have to kind of recover a file, he can make it so.
So that's his job.
Oh, I like him.
This is Faris's hero.
Faris is like, what do you mean most boring superhero?
Yeah.
This man fascinates me. And I want to take him out for drinks.
So like there are some text messages that you want to recover, but you weren't backing them up to iCloud. He's got you.
Sure.
His street name, Faris Monshi.
O.M. Onshi.
Like Faris Monshi Boulevard or like a cul-de-sac or
whatever.
What's that?
What's what, Geoff?
I don't know. Faris, what's new in the life and times? Are you dating anybody? Let me rephrase that. When was the last time you were in another?
Moving
You
on.
obviously can't ask, and he obviously can't answer. Such private, personal data.
It's if you don't say the person's name, then it's not private.
Score is, despite supervising editors' best efforts, every single episode of the show contains clipping, bizarre and grating sounds such as, but not limited to, industrial steel hitting concrete floors, Headgum's CTO, Andrew Pyle, choking on a bagel, and the Daniel Pewter song, You Had a Bad Day, play haphazardly throughout the show, often interrupting the few rare instances of pleasant conversation.
It can't be one because I feel like
choking on a bagel is so specific. You have that. You have that audio,
happened.
don't you?
Constantly replay that.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm sticking with my crew neck sweatshirt, jeans, Converse.
I like it. I'm going to go with a casual 3-piece suit because there's so many layers you can take off, right? You can strip it down to just the shirt. I'm comfortable getting married in that. I'm comfortable. I'm going to learn to be comfortable around the house.
In a vest?
In a vest, yeah.
What if you want to go swimming?
What happens when you want to go swimming?
Can you like strip down to your underwear in this situation?
Yeah. So you'd have to swim in underwear.
Down to the jockstrap.
That's what bathing suits are. They're just so 13 is one. Can we make this in rounds because I can't think of two other
Faris,
numbers
what about
that are
you?
funny.
The number 155 comes to mind.
Because George just said it, or
I don't know. It's just sort of a gut feeling kind of thing. And 59,000. I like the sound of that.
Sure,
feels good.
Yeah.
And then whatever Mike's supplemental salary is from Headgum, that number.
Divine is my supplemental salary.
Monshi. We were just talking off air. You're going Monchin. Yeah, I'm just going to double down. You're going Monchin with some investment opportunities.
I'm Monchin about, yeah.
Sure. Nice litany of text at this point. Bump, bump, bump. There's a GIF of. It seems like somebody.
At some point, when you bump something too much, it's like you can't even go back to it, right?
Right. It defeats the purpose, right?
Upkabump. Fasole.
Nice.
when you eat something either umami or sour and it hits you almost in the lymph nodes. Yeah, so that's the only sensation I can feel, but it's not taste, it's just the reverberation, if you will.
Which I imagine is not
what's that?
Good on its own without taste, right? Like the sensation on its own is probably weird and unpleasant.
No, I love it. It's borderline sexual.
C, master your emotions and resolve upon subsequent punishment.
Are we collectively? Is this for you, or are we just becoming one personality, the four of us, and taking it together?
I can't tell if that's a really good question or if you're trying to crack yolk on my eyes. Egg on
I'm
my
just
face.
lost, man.
Is it a body thing too? Like your body just feels.
Oh, it is a full
like
body
a tension,
high.
right?
I mean, it puts me in the couch
high.
for sure.
I think the robe is a good start. So we should say Geoff is wearing a robe and ostensibly nothing else. And I just see a lot of chest hair,
Correct.
and we don't know what else is going on the bottom half.
With my ass, he did that ass. It was Monshi's ass.
That's the part I don't get. Yeah, okay.
What's that?
That's the part I don't get.
That it was Monshi's ass?
Yeah, I thought it was your ass.
I was singing it
Yeah,
from
me
your
too.
perspective. Also, I'm your left for sure.
Right at the beginning.
Salsa.
Yeah.
I will say, after this shit we've all been through for the past few minutes, salsa is really refreshing to see. Just give me some salsa.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the rice thins.
Enough with the names. No more pumpkins walking into bars and crispy olive bites. Enough of that. I say salsa on this, but I want to see what Amir thinks.
But the rice thins are half coated. Did we mention that?
That's worse than not coated. I don't know. That's like all or nothing, man. Make a decision. Yeah. And so, guys, is the actual game of Wordle more like mentally fulfilling and satisfying than Blurtle?
I think so, because you can like actually figure stuff out.
Yeah, this one kind of made me feel bad while playing it, and then worse after.
I feel good because I did get it right, and like thought about it a lot. But for you guys who didn't really have hints, I can.
I only
see
gave
that it wouldn't
Marika hints because you were already so close that you might be able to have guessed it, and you did.
Was this meant to be kind of like an art piece, like a challenge, Geoff? Like, is that what you wanted to get across? Was pain for the user? Because that's like a valid artistic decision, right? In your game design. But
so if it's that, it was like a cool art piece, and you
if you meant it,
if you
then yes. Music.
You can find me at Faris Monshi anywhere. Instagram. My music is under my name. That's about it.
Should I respond?
Let's get 3 and then you can rank them.
I'm thinking.
All right.
And I want to say cigarettes.
You want us all to smoke.
We're not cool enough for Faris.
Energy drinks. You're so calm and composed, but I feel like there's an energy drink right on the side there somewhere. And you're just simmering on the inside. Just ready to go at a moment's notice.
Faris, who do you got for your Bonchi?
I said it on the 200th. I really want to kind of drill down on it. Jack Black. I want to see that. But okay, it would change everything.
Right.
It would give Bond an entirely new facelift, but God, wouldn't that be good? Jack
Wouldn't it
Black
be like kind of a
as
face
James Bond.
droop?
That's rude.
Sorry.
That's rude.
Droop.
Grunt. What was the commenter's name? Grunt? Gort.
It's parting wisdom. Jake is gone, but I will stay.
Parting wisdom teeth.
Yeah, I parted with my wisdom teeth on 2 different occasions, which is just I should.
Sorry, I have to go.
Yeah, I understand.
Wait, okay. Well,
Geoff, you here for this?
I'm here. Yeah.
It's not a great story, but it's my story. Essentially, I had my bottom 2 wisdom teeth removed.
Oh, you know what? Sorry. Dinner just, my mom just said dinner's ready.
This will be recorded so you guys can listen back. I'm just going to, okay. Well, Yeah, it happened on 2 different occasions. Got the bottom teeth out first. We thought that would be enough. It wasn't. Several years later, I had a lot of pain coming from the top 2 wisdom teeth. So I had to do that again. Bad both times. Vicodin both times, though, so... All right.
See you, Faris. You're
All
gone,
right, y'all.
man. You're gone.
You're kicking him out of the fucking podcast.
I mean, you're kind of just kicking me out here.
For what? For playing along with you?
I guess I do have to go.
You remembered who those people were.
It feels bad.
Oh my God.
Did you kick him?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You absolute dick. Can't believe it. Kick me out.
No.
Kick me out. I don't want to be here. Kick me out too.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, I'm still here? Okay. I saw that I was kicked out. I was about
Gone again. Nice.
Plugs.
I'd say this show unites us all against Geoff, but yeah, it brings people together.
Common enemy.
On a real note, this is one of the best things I have ever been a part of. I don't know how to figure out how to insult you after I say that, so I'll just leave it at that. This was truly one of the greatest things I was a part of.
Well, I mean, first of all, huge shout out to Faris and Marika for getting this show off the ground more than anyone else. Like, well, that's putting other people down. I didn't mean that. I mean, I just mean they worked really hard at the beginning to make it something cool, especially with Marika recording the saxophone lick, which I don't know if everybody knows or if they've forgotten. But yeah, Marika recorded that sax. Faris,
That's
I think,
true?
mixed it.
Is that true?
That's true.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And, you know, the
That's
whole
so
thing,
cool.
I don't know if we even still do this on the audio, but the sax fillers was Faris' idea. And he also used to comb through and created the cold open idea. So this, you know, this show is mostly the work of Faris and Marika. So shout out to y'all.
just embody sort of Geoff's general vibe at the end of these when he's abandoned. Fuck. All right. This has been one of the worst hours of my entire life. Thanks for listening, I guess. Can't believe they did this to me again. All right. Rate and review. Let's keep this catastrophe running, please. I'm gonna get, here we go. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Faris, do you want to play us out with that act?
You know what I was just figuring out, actually? This is going to be rough, but I was having some fun before we got on with...
Okay.
So I was doing the... I have this kazoo really handy because it's actually it's a prominent player in the new lackluster video show we're doing. It's a main part of the theme music. So yeah. I just have it around now because it's actually a beautiful instrument, and I don't care what anyone says. There it is.
That's really good.
That's beautiful.